coffee brewing as the sun peeks through the haze. Birds are chirping, serenading morning's praise. The front porch creaks as dreams fade away. America's awakened to a brand new day. Old vinyl spinning a sweet old tune. Day starts dancing under a sleepy moon. Loose print smudges on fingers of grace. America's awakening at her own steady pace. Sips of sunshine in a coffee cup. Simple moments lifting spirits up. From the mountains to the sandy shore. Morning in America, want just a little more. Neighbors waving with a friendly rise. Kids with backpacks chasing daylight skies. Eyes cooling on a windowsill so fine. America's awakened with a heart full of shine. Old vinyl spinning a sweet old tune. Day starts dancing under a sleepy moon. Newsprint smudges on fingers of grace. America's awakened at her own steady pace. Sips of sunshine in a coffee cup. Simple moments lifting spirits up. From the mountains to the sandy shore. Morning in America, want just a little more. Neighbors waving with a friendly rise. Kids with backpacks chasing daylight skies. Eyes cooling on a windowsill so fine. America's awakened with a heart full of shine. Neighbors waving with a friendly rise. Kids with backpacks chasing daylight skies. Eyes cooling on a windowsill so fine. America's awakened with a heart full of shine. Tractors rumble, fields coming alive. Big wheels turning where hopes and dreams strive. Laughter echoes down the old dirt road. America's awakened to lighten her load. America's awakened to lighten her load.
Good morning, good morning. I am just sharing this out into the space at the moment. Gotta put it in the group so people can find us. We gotta get into that Veteran Nation group on Facebook because we have a lot of fun in there. I post a lot of memes, or at least I try to. Let's see who's here. Oh, Tammy was first this morning. Good morning, Tammy. Miss PJ, Paul, Sharon. Good morning. Good morning. All right. People are finding their way in. We got one watching on Facebook. We got 25 over on X. Welcome everyone on X. I was having some fun on X yesterday. All the, you post something about Ukraine, and I posted that, the war is lost. Russia has won. And all of these Ukraine bots came after me on X. And they all had like 100 followers or less. Like the sheer bulk of them. And they did not like, hey, Coop. Night Owl, good morning. Paula, good morning. They did not like that I was calling them bots. And they were like, how dare you call me a bot? I'm like, yeah, you're clearly a bot. And what it is, you get these people, they have multiple accounts. So they're on either one or multiple alts, and then they respond on those multiple alts, trying to make it look like there's a lot of people against you. There's not. There's not. But they did give me on my one reply tweet, they got me 84,000 impressions. So thank you. Thank you. Because they don't understand how X works. They just keep up the engagement. Oh, nice, nice. Georgie's texting me. She's on vacation. She should have left me the ability. I hope she left Coop the ability to stream to her channel so that she still has content going out. But yeah, she's on vacation. I was playing. So YouTube allows you to have licenses, and like you can pay for a music license. So I was going through. There's not a ton of them for like big name acts that you know, but there are a couple big name acts that have like one or two. And there's one song that I really love that I did pay for the license for. A couple others, I was like, okay, these are okay. So I bought the licenses for them. I got to research and see, do I just insert it into my videos or not? Because see, if you don't have a license and you put a video in, you can get it demonetized, and it also tell you to take it out. Like YouTube will take out that section. Good morning, Jeanette. The U.S. military backs all of Europe and Canada. We are NATO. If Trump wants the war to end, it's a done deal. Yeah, that's the way I see it too. We're done. We're done. We're done paying for it. The bank is closed. If Europe wants it, good. Bring your checkbook, and you're probably going to need to bring troops as well. Well, and so many of these people who were coming at me, they were all from various European nations, and it's like, no, we're not stopping you guys. You guys can fight that war. You can fight and pay for that war. We are not in your way. But see, they want the U.S. to fight and pay for it, and it's like, no, no, we're done. We're done. Oh, you like the song that the Morning in America? Yeah, that's it's a good song. It's pretty interesting how that was done. Um, so Georgie had kind of written some of the lyrics to it, or at least gave me the themes, and then I went into one AI, had the song kind of written out, not all of it, but kind of, and then I put that into another AI that actually makes songs and said, okay, take these lyrics, expand on them. Here are the other themes, and I want it in this style, and that's where I got the song for the video. Uh, Georgie made a couple of the little scenes, like the woman waving the flag. A couple of the others, like the men fishing and the kids playing baseball, I went and did those myself. So it was a collaborative effort, and that's why you know you helped me with the song, Georgie. Yeah, this is not you getting blamed. Everybody wants to blame Georgie. Like Squid really lost it the other day on her channel. She really imploded. And this is what I tell people. Do not start streaming if you're emotional. Don't do not stream emotional. Uh but yeah, she was streaming emotional, said a lot of nasty stuff about me. I will respond. I'm gonna wait for the all the emotions to pass because you don't want to stream emotional. So I will have a response out there at some point, and I'll address what she said. But here's one thing: she sent really rude messages to Georgie. Like she sent me rude messages, and I just responded back, "LOL." Yeah, that's what I did, and that's what she's so mad about. And oh, thank you, Larry. Uh, and then she blocked me, and then she went to Georgie's. In her stream, she's like, "I'm over the high school stuff." Uh huh. Uh-huh. Yeah, you're not. I'm not involved in drama. That's all high school. She blocked me and immediately went to Georgie and just started sending really nasty messages to Georgie about what I had done. And we've already seen where Spawn Trooper, Spawn Trooper is jealous of Georgie. He really is. So whenever he's mad at me, it turns into an attack also on Georgie. she doesn't even deal with this stuff on her channel. She's like, yeah, I'm not touching it. Coop is like, I want nothing to do with any of that stuff. He might come in here to kind of make his thoughts known, but he's like, I'm not putting it on my channel. And I'm like, no, that's fine. That's fine. I totally get it. Me, I tried to be past everything for 1 month, like a whole month. December 18th is when Spawn Trooper did a whole thing on me, and then January 20th is when they attacked Uncle Frank. And that during that month, I was quiet. You didn't hear a peep out of me. But they attacked Uncle Frank, and they're still attacking Uncle Frank. Look at DJ Radis's video that I talked about this last weekend. So yeah, you and Squid were close, and she imploded that because of me, because I said she sent me a rude DM. I don't even think LOL was rude. She really does, which okay, fair. I'll take that. But she if you come at me with that level of energy, you're gonna get me mocking you right back. Um, and that's exactly what it was. You know, I've learned in all my years of therapy, like dealing with my co-parent, uh, not to send emotional texts. It's better off you just wait. Unless if it's time sensitive, that's the only time you respond back right away. I'll look at what she says and say, okay, I'll deal with that later. That's exactly how I deal with this stuff. She called you a troll. I just, don't take out on Georgie when you have a problem with me, but people really do. People who are not drama and people who are not high school take it out on Georgie. And it's like, what did Georgie do? Nothing. Uh, but I do have. Oh, that's the other thing. Everybody keeps saying I don't have, other than Jeremy Hales, I don't have content. Well, for the 4.5 years I've been streaming, only about a year of that. Yeah, we're in March. January of last year is when I really started streaming about Jeremy Hales. Uh, and I've learned a lot in that time, but I still do the content. Yesterday's video, did you guys watch yesterday's video? Um, that video, it didn't get a lot of views, and that's okay. A lot of the stuff that I do that's not Jeremy Hales doesn't get a lot of views. That one, 281 right now. But that video, like the Jeremy Hales, it'll get me views today. It'll get me views today. But the video I put out yesterday, for the next several years, I'm going to get views out of that just sporadically. I've got a couple. I got a couple videos like every day. I'll get like 3 or 4 views from them. And this is what Jeremy was talking about on our business stream. And you should check that one out. That one's going to be another one that gets me views because it's a topic that's not time sensitive. That one will get me views, like 2 or 3 views every day, for the next couple years. And when Jeremy says YouTube is passive income, that's what he's talking about. Like those views pull in ad money and they add up over time. This is exactly what it is, Coop. Exactly what it is. It's the attacks on Uncle Frank. It's the attacks on Georgie. I recognize it's to get at me. And that's also why I have responded the way that I have. A lot of people are like, oh, you shouldn't respond. For a month, I didn't respond. But it didn't stop some of these people. So now, like, I am very petty. Like, you cross my line, guess what? You cross the line. You want the a-hole, you got the a-hole. And now they don't like the a-hole. They really lose it now that I'm being an a-hole. And it's like, yeah, you all brought this out. You all brought this out. Going to Destin to see gators. Don't stay away from Robbie's place. But yeah, like, and the thing is, I have no problem getting down into the mud. Like, the drama does pull in views. And like I said, I've monetized, especially Spawn Trooper. I've monetized him.
Don't even get me fucking started. Trust me.
Oh, my thing is off. Hold on.
Don't even get me fucking started. Trust me.
Yeah. I've monetized him. And if Squid wants to keep playing this game, I'll play. I will play. I don't think you want to. I do want to show you guys the progress I've been making. Might be hard to see. Vag Nation rocks. So I've got several here. Like this one just says Vag on it. Because they're all going to say Vag Nation. This one says Vag Nation, you can see. So again, I will monetize the haters. I will monetize the haters. The fleas want to call me Vag Nation. That's fine. I'm going to say Vag Nation rocks. And I am going to sell Vag Nation rocks. Like, congratulations. They sell magic rocks because they sell their crystals. And, ooh, yeah, you should do this. Do this. Put your crystals out into the moonlight and they'll recharge their energy. Like, okay. Yeah. So I'll monetize them. I'll make money off it. PCB is boring and nothing to entertain the kids with besides the beach. I can see that. Is Georgie going to Tubetown? We didn't talk about, like, we talked a little bit about her trip. So like I know a little bit, but I didn't know if she was going to Tubetown. Wouldn't surprise me. Bubbles knows I'm on vacay, so he's paying. Oh, we have Vagination t-shirts. VeteranNationFoundation.com. You got to click on all products because as I add products, it doesn't show the full story. You got to click on all products. But yeah, we've got Vag Nation rocks. We've got Vag Nation t-shirts. We've got what's the other one? The VA promised me V-Bucks to be here. Amanda M hates JH because she believed Ellen. Oh yeah, and that's exactly. Yeah, Amanda Martin hated JH because of Russ and Russ's son. That's why she was going after them, which is so stupid. It's just like uh it's just like half the stuff that Spawn Trooper does. Like he would go off on people, and like it was because he would incorrectly think things about them. Like I think is Suzanne in here this morning. He went off on Suzanne because he thought she was posting in the fleas chat. She wasn't. But yeah, like, and I've been straight up like DJ Radis has attacked Uncle Frank and his family. DJ Radis challenged me to post proof of my claims. I'm not going to do it for a couple reasons. One, it's not even my information. That belongs to Yoda and Miss Yoda. Uncle Frank was their family. Secondly, DJ Radis, his investigator, Candace, got shut down by her work. Her work told her that's inappropriate. You're using work investigatory things to search on people that have nothing to do with your work. And her job was put in jeopardy. And she was told she can't look into people anymore unless if they unless if her work is investigating someone. And so they're not getting any new information. So I'm smart enough to recognize when DJ Radis, when he puts that challenge to me, I'm smart enough to go, oh no, I'm not taking that bait. Like, I'm not going to post anything about Uncle Frank or Yoda. Do I have stuff? Absolutely, I do. I'm not posting it. No way. No way. That is all Yoda and Miss Yoda's if they choose to release anything. But I've told them, look, I don't think it's a good idea. I've been around this. I had stolen valor investigators coming at me when I first started this show, and they nothing was ever good enough. Like if they said you're not a real vet and someone released their DD-214, they would take things on the DD-214 and then come up with another story and attack with that. So nothing's ever good enough. And yeah, I am not releasing a damn thing. It doesn't mean it's not true. I can tell you, I've looked at several different things about Uncle Frank, and that's why I had no problem bringing him on the show. No problem doing a fundraiser for him and his family. And attacking them is wrong. And if you're supporting the people attacking them and talking to them, giving them information, yeah, that's wrong too. I'm just looking through your comments here. Oh, your son's out of the Air Force. Congratulations. Watch yesterday's video. He needs to do an intent to file. If he does it within his first 6 months, all of his back pay will be retroactive from the date he ended his active service. So have him go to the VA today. Oh, if he doesn't have a VA login, he should. Have him make a disability claim. Click on that and put in all the basic information, your name, your dates of service, address, and then when it says thank you, your intent to file has been submitted, he can stop right there. And then you get him a veteran service officer. I believed LP called the courthouse numerous times, was referred to, Amanda Martin gave her his big stub story while crying. Yeah, yeah. I believe that. Oh, I believe. Ooh. I've got an idea. I have an idea. And something I might do today. And that, you know what's funny about all these other YouTubers? First off, they all attack MaxLab, which is stupid because MaxLab is the most giving person. Does he make mistakes? Absolutely he does. But like when you see a lot of these people go like, oh, there's a new motion, 90% of them got it from MaxLab. And if you notice, I only have once what the hell's over, I won't have any content. Okay, if you guys have noticed, I stopped reading the motions. Do you know why I've done that? It's because there's smaller YouTubes out there. I would much rather Georgie, Coop, people like that get a lot of the views. I would like to see Daniel get the views. But MaxLab provides it to, like, I do know he sends things to Megan and Tug. He sends things for me. I never ask for it. He sends it to me. I know that, I'm using MaxLab. Really, are Tug and Megan using MaxLab? MaxLab just sends stuff to people. He just sends it to Georgie and Coop. That's what he does. He legitimately, in his heart, wants to help Jeremy Hales. He wants nothing but to help. Does he screw up sometimes? Yeah, but we all do. And, I will, when he has, I've had conversations with him about, hey, you shouldn't do this. You shouldn't do this. You should be doing this. And, he did have one big screw up and I took away his wrench. Even though I don't care about the whole wrench thing. Like, I never pay attention. Like, that's such a stupid thing. People, if someone cares about getting a wrench, like, oh my God. Like, I give people wrenches just because I'm like, hey, I want you the ability to post your links in here, promote yourself. I've told that to several people this week. I'll give you a wrench, put your links in so I don't have to remember all the time. That when I was still on good terms with Eric had a wrench. He could promote his fundraisers in here as much as he wanted. And every time he did, I would mention it because I get on to other stuff. Sometimes I'm doing this. I'm maybe pulling stuff up for the show. I'm talking to a guest. I can't be worried about plugging everybody's stuff, but I will give people the ability to plug all of their stuff. But what are my rules? My rules are don't attack people, no personal attacks in here, and don't play the mommy daddy game, which is just an extension of that rule. And yeah, Roy Longslinger was in here chatting all the time. He went to Spawn Trooper and did the mommy daddy thing. So he's will never be on the channel again. You broke the rules. And then he was in Squids complaining about it. And I'll show his comments. When I watch these shows, that's what I'm really looking at. Is I'm looking at the chat to see what people are saying in the chat. I know most days what the YouTuber is going to say. I'm looking at the chat. So yeah, he will never be on this channel because he played that game. That's what Eric did. Eric went into Spawn Troopers on December 18th when Spawn was, just shitting on me up and down, and he piled on with it. And I'm sorry, you're done. If anyone wants to come in here and say, Skipper, you're a piece of crap. Your show sucks. All you have is what the hell's content. What do I normally do? I normally put it on the screen. I am not afraid of the criticism. I will, especially if someone is being rude to me, I'll challenge it. Again, monetize the haters. But these people, you'll see, and that's one thing with all of these other YouTubers, Radis, Squid, Spawn Trooper, they all get very worked up over their chat. There are people in the chat, like I'll monitor the chat. You guys have seen it where people have put comments where they're clearly trying to create a problem. And I just move right past it. Because I'm smart enough to realize they're just trying to get me worked up. They're just trying to create drama. That's what almost all these people, like Squid was mad that I lied about her. How dare I lie about her in a video? Here's what I said. Squid has talked to Bruce. Spawn Trooper has no problem with that. He's got a problem with Georgie talking to Bruce. That's an adequate comparison. It really is. And Squid's like, you're lying about me. She is talked about every day on her show. Bruce, they banned Bruce from her chat. Then they unbanned him and he came back in. Like, this is not me lying. I'm not just thinking these things up. These things actually happen. But, it's just because she had already sent me rude messages and I didn't engage. I didn't engage then. And that's the thing. You do something against me, I'll let you have that one. I will. I'll look past it and move on. And you'll at least get that one. But if you keep doing it, eventually I'm not gonna ignore it. So sugar and spice. Well, no, I'm coffee and Splenda. And speaking of which, I need some more. So stand by for just 30 seconds. And we are back. I'm going to point out something else. So, I don't have a huge channel. I got a decent following. I always wanted to hit 5,000 subs, and we hit that several months ago. We're now well over 6,000. And you know what my first thought was when I hit that? How many people can I help with this? So, we helped Spawn Trooper get a lot of subs. He could monetize today. He chooses not to. We helped Georgie. Georgie's like, and once Georgie got to her 1,000, she's been taken off. But we helped her. We've been helping Larry, who's in the chat. We want Larry to get monetized. There's other people that I've reached out to live on air. He's not here this morning, but Valor Veteran. I have no problem, using this platform to help others. I'm trying to get AVA. If you guys go watch AVA's videos, just watch a video for me. I'm trying to get his watch time up. He's close to the 1,000, but he's got to get his watch time up. And he's had some personal things that have hindered his ability to make new videos. And I get it, but I'm still been promoting him. That was when I hit my goal. That's what my whole thing was. How many people can I help with this? Yoda and Erica. Well, Yoda and Erica was definitely a team effort. When I was told you guys wanted to do a channel, I was like, okay, yeah, I'm in. But that was not me coordinating it. That was all Georgie. Georgie was like, oh, we're going to get them monetized. But yeah, because some of these people, when they start get a following, not even like a huge following, just a couple thousand subs or even, a couple hundred subs, they get a very big head and they start believing their bullshit. And if there's one thing with this channel, I don't want a big head. I look at my sub count. I'm very thankful for it. I'm glad that I reached my goal. And you know what? I'm like, you know what? I'm happy with that. I'm content with that. If I never grow another sub, I am fine. Okay, Yoda and Miss Yoda, they're at 558. So go give them. See, look, they have the ability to post links. She's got a wrench because I want people to be able to use this platform to promote their own. Some YouTubers will not allow that. They will not allow that at all. Huffs are at 924. That's awesome. That is awesome. We're getting there. And see, that's the thing. I would much rather do that. Do you know how good that makes me feel when we're like, hey, we're going to help this person get monetized and they get monetized? That means more to me than me getting monetized. So yeah, that's a lot of these people. They're only out. Did you ever notice that they don't go on each other's streams? They don't do that. DJ Radis did a little bit. He was doing the Derailment Crew, and that didn't last too long. Doing a show is tough. Trust me on that. I've been doing Veteran Nation. We used to always do it weekly. First, we'd started on Thursdays, then we were on Wednesdays, then we went back to Thursdays, then we went to Tuesdays, and now me and it's hard. So me and TC, we were like, we're gonna do every other Sunday. Every other Sunday. That's where we're at right now. I'll still keep doing it. If TC says, hey man, I'm done, I'm gonna still keep doing it. I'm still gonna keep building this out. But it's hard. It is hard finding guests. You'll have guests who are solid and they're like, yeah, I'll come on the show. They're promoting it and everything. And then 20 minutes before the show starts, hey, my kid got sick. I can't make it. Happens all the time. all the time. So it's hard. It is hard. So you got to have stuff prepared. That's a hard one. Like you got to put a lot of time into this stuff. Uh, These are the easy things. Me going live, and a lot of these people go live and they'll talk for hours. They'll do a 5 hours of streaming about me, 2 hours of streaming about me. You're welcome, by the way. You're welcome for the content. I'm sure I'll get hate just for that. But that's easy to do. It's easy to turn this on and go. That video I did, I put more time than I put into these lives. Like literally, that was 10, 12-minute video. I worked on that for over an hour. This, I keep these short. I went live a little bit early today. Normally it's 6:30, but that's so I try to be done by 7. 1/2 hour. You guys get a half hour of stuff. Sometimes I prepare stuff, sometimes I don't. But you get that half hour. And I will unsub to the Gremlin channels. Which ones are the Gremlins? Yeah, I'll do this because it's so you guys have content from me every single day. And I've got a couple videos in the can. I'm still working. I'm not 100%, not 100% with them. I'm close. But yeah, I'm not 100%, which is fine. I'll take that time to do what I need to do for them. Because there's things I've learned about YouTube that, sadly, some of these people don't know. Like, you should name your video something close to your title of the video, like the physical file name. Your thumbnail needs to match your description, your title, and the name of the video. You should have your description in there. You should put, have the words front and center. The words that are in your title say in your video. Jeremy did touch on that. He was talking about how everything is like, oh, we could make thousands, we could make hundreds on this. Well, YouTube, the algorithm does pick that up, and it does give it to advertisers. So yeah, saying that stuff, but also on the flip side, saying veterans, saying, intent to file, me saying those things means that video that I did yesterday, it's going to go in front of people who are looking for that type of stuff. Once people start searching the VA, my video is going to end up in the suggested videos. And that's actually what they call evergreen content. So that video I did yesterday, it's like an evergreen tree. It's just going to grow and grow and grow and grow. It's just going to pull me in views and views and views over time. This one, there's 168 people in here watching. Let's see, we got over 100 on X, 62 on YouTube. So that's great. It's a big audience. And I'm not monetized on X yet. I'm getting there. I'm monetized on YouTube. But by the way, if you guys retweet me, you're helping with my interactions, which will help me get monetized on X. By doing all this stuff, like I might get, by doing a live, I'll get a bunch of views right out the gate. This will probably get me, I don't know, anywhere from 500 to 1,000 views today. And then maybe I'll get some tomorrow. And then it's done. Done. But that evergreen content on YouTube grows and grows and grows. Gremlin 2, that's the second strike one for you today, showing all of your 300 years old now. Well, I know Gremlin 1 is Georgie. Which one's Gremlin 2? I get confused on some of this stuff. X, formerly known as Twitter. But, and I really do, for people who come into the Veteran Nation Facebook group, I like those interactions. I've gotten so many ideas for videos from those interactions. So, I mean, I'm always looking, like I was talking with Brett yesterday, and he's like, look, some videos I do get a ton of stuff, and people say we want these videos, and he's like, then we do those. And he's like, we do those videos and they don't get any views. And I'm like, yeah, there are some views, or there are some videos I know they're like, when I talk about veteran stuff, no, like YouTube, most of the audience is going to tune out. However, on X, I'll get over 100 people on X. So you have, and this is for a lot of these dummies, they could learn from me. Like, don't just have YouTube. I stream on YouTube, Facebook, X, and Rumble. Because what happens when YouTube takes a video down? What happens? Now your audience can't see it. But if you're following me on those other platforms, guess what? You can still go see that video. I don't care if YouTube takes a video down. It's like, okay, well, I'll make a new one tomorrow. Melody is sleepwatching. You're feeling very relaxed. Feel all of the stress leave your body. You are getting more and more relaxed with every breath that you take. Hope we could help you out there. But yeah, if I do veteran stuff, Twitter loves it. Twitter loves the veteran stuff. When we do Veteran Nation Live on Sundays, I've had 200 people watching me on X and only like 24 on YouTube. So all these people are like, "Oh, you only do you won't have anything without Jeremy Hale's content." They have no clue, and they are only hyper focused on YouTube. I'm on multiple platforms doing multiple stuff. Me and Sis and Yoda are going to hang out. Oh, nice, nice. I did know about that. I did know because Yoda mentioned we had a phone call the other day. Yoda mentioned that you guys were gonna hang out with Georgie. Are views more important than the likes on YouTube, or the same? No, views are way more important. Views are what YouTube cares about. Likes are what tell YouTube is probably going to be a good video. If you have a video that's getting a ton of views, YouTube's going to promote it. It already knows. But if you get them where they kind of are getting views, but if it's getting likes, YouTube's like, okay, we should put this in front of people and see what it does. So yeah, like views, absolutely chase the views. And I'll say that for pretty much any YouTuber. That's why I was willing to stay out of the drama, but after a month, and they then attacked Uncle Frank. I was like, okay, now you're just going to give me views. Now you're giving me views because now I'm getting in. Water's fine. I'm jumping in. My Rumble link? I can give you my Rumble link. Stand by. Here we go. Oh, Paul beat me to it. Look at Paul. Paul the super mod. That's who Paul is. Good morning, Mercedes. But yeah, so I'm glad I could give you guys this little pull the curtain back on YouTube so you can see, because there's a lot of people out there who just have no clue. One of the dummies was saying, "Oh, I'm going to call YouTube." No one's calling YouTube. I do not have a phone number for YouTube. Jeremy Hales does not have a phone number for YouTube. They're not taking calls. They there's a way to message through YouTube Studio, and that is very specific on specific complaints, but you will get an email. Like that's every single time I get something, yeah, you'll get an email. Do you know why he won't monetize? Do you guys know why? When you monetize, you have to give your information to Google. And when I say your information, you have to give your name, you have to give your address, because they need that for tax purposes. And it doesn't matter if you're overseas, they still need that information because they're telling the federal government, oh, yeah, these people are overseas. Here's their name, their address. He's very protective of his information. Very protective. Like I said before, we have no proof he actually served. We've never seen any proof he's an actual veteran. So take that for what it is. But yeah, that's why he won't monetize. And then to do a copyright strike, he has to not only verify it, but give a copy of his ID. Ain't happening with him. That's why he's not monetizing. So hold back the curtain. There you go. And see, like this right here. This is more popular today. I've got 115 people watching on X, 56 watching on YouTube right now. Some things do well on X, some things do well on YouTube. Sometimes they both do well. Sometimes they don't. You know, this is what Tug was saying when he was congratulating Georgie at getting 1,000. When you've done the work to get those subscribers, you start to learn what works, what doesn't work, what the audience wants, what they don't want. So with a lot of these other people who've gotten shout outs and then they just get a ton of subscribers, they won't know what works all the time. So then they're struggling, like Ray Bone Crusher. But Ray Bone Crusher was well over 10,000. He got a shout out from Larry, Larry, the DUI guy. And he's been losing subs ever since. He's down 1,500. And he just deleted half his videos. Like he dirty deleting his videos about Jeremy. About the Disney ripoff of a stormtrooper. But yeah, Ray Bone Crusher dirty deleted, and his things are going down. An old dude sitting in a garage complaining about a YouTuber in Florida, in Ohio. It's not really that interesting. It's not. Like, yeah, he got some initial goodwill because he was pretending to be on Jeremy's side, but people have wised up to him and they're leaving. I was just talking about how people are with YouTube, Daniel, and so yeah, that's why Bone Crusher is losing subs, and he's gonna keep hemorrhaging because he doesn't know, he's not getting the data of what does the audience want, what do they not want. Some days my things go up, sometimes they go down. I really don't care about the daily fluctuations because I look at it all as statistical noise. I look more at my views because the views are what YouTube cares about. So some things, this will get more views than yesterday's video, but yesterday's video is going to get me more views over time. It's evergreen content. So Bone Crusher thinks because he fought for our country, he has the right to say anything he wants. You know, there's a lot of veterans like that who think because they fought, they think their opinion means more than other people's opinion. I fought in Afghanistan. Bone Crusher just went to Germany, if I remember correctly. I don't even think he's a Vietnam vet. He just went to Germany. We did go overseas, but that's it. I went to Afghanistan. I was mortared. In Bagram, I was on a plane. I had to grab all my stuff and run to a bunker. Because we were being attacked as I was sitting in a bird on a tarmac waiting to fly. that does give you a little bit of perspective when stuff like that happens. Um, that was more dangerous than when I did convoys, and we were getting small arms attack. You're driving down the road, you hear pink, 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 and yeah, it's coming from the side. That's them shooting, you know, well, not AR-15s because they M4s out there. Them shooting M4s and pistols at us. Small arms fire. For those who don't know, that's 7.62 and below. And yeah, they weren't piercing our armor. It was like, yeah, we're not in any type of danger. We just kept going. But Bone Crusher never did any of that. Here's the thing. There's a lot of veterans I don't agree with. But I'll never tell someone they don't have a right. They might be, full of BS, and I'll call out the BS, but I'll never say that they don't have a right. It's going to be funny when all these hate channels get their instant karma. They'll be, oh, it started. It has started. Wait until they have to. There, I think. Did I say this or not? We have confirmation that the leeches are looking for attorneys. They have been calling to attorney offices looking for representation. Wait until they have to start paying that. Oh, good morning, Sandy. I'm starting to wrap things up. He was in the army. Bone Crusher was in the army. Raylene is not a combat vet. He's just a plain vet. Yeah, he's a veteran. Really, so many veterans are like, oh, that guy didn't see combat. I don't care. If you're a veteran, you fought. You raised your hand. You were willing to put your life on the line. That's what matters to me. I don't really make a big deal about people being combat vets or not combat vets. It's not a big deal to me. I once had a Marine who told his corporal that he wouldn't listen to him because he had never been deployed, and the corporal had told me and the staff sergeant that, and the staff sergeant was like, "I'll take care of it." I was like, "No, I'm taking care of this one." I'm like, "Bring that Marine in here," and I was like, "Hey, Marine, okay, you don't think you need to listen to your leadership because they haven't been deployed? Not a problem. Here's what I'm gonna do. When you leave this office today, I am gonna call down to the G1. I'm gonna get you an individual augment so that you can deploy to Afghanistan, and that way all of your leadership will be deployed. So you don't have to worry about who to listen to, who not to listen to. How does that sound?" And you could see the blood drain from this kid's face. And he was like, "I'm sorry, sir. Yeah, I won't be disrespectful again." And he left. And the staff sergeant's like, "So you're calling the G1?" I'm like, "Oh, I don't have that type of power. I was straight up bluffing." Like, I can't tell the G1. The G1's a colonel. I can't tell them what to do. I could nominate the kid, but that's no guarantee. I wonder if the 56,000 will go towards their legal fees. That 56,000, they've been blowing through. I guarantee you, they've been blowing through it already. And when it comes to fighting these, it's not going to go very far. It is not going to go very far. I bet Larry DUI regrets promoting Bone Crusher. Hey, here's the thing. Whether he does or not, people get fooled. People get fooled all the time. I've been fooled. How many people have I brought onto the show who have turned around and motherfucked me later? It happens. It does happen. Don't dwell on it. Just be like, yeah, that guy's a piece of crap. I'm moving on. I think he got the morals and standards kicked out of him. You'd be surprised. There are shitty people even in the military. If the 56,000 goes to legal fees, there could be big legal issues coming from the UK. It's possible. It's possible. When people start talking about international crimes with the U.S., I don't put a lot of stock into it, to be honest. You have to be a big deal for the FBI to really give a shit about that. I'll say that. raised kids must be so proud of their dad. They're going to be pissed when he has to fight a protracted legal battle. I got the 283 subs by working for it. Yeah, absolutely, Daniel. Everyone, Daniel, put your link in here so people can go and sub. But yeah, Daniel's fighting for subs. And when Daniel gets monetized, he will know more about what works for his channel than any of these other dummies who got him just because Bone Crusher told me I woke up now. Yeah, and you're probably one of the ones that have unsubscribed, the 1,500 that have left. You realize that's over 10% of his audience is gone. That's huge. That's huge. Hopefully any lawyer with a brain tells these fools good luck and we aren't representing you. Well, the word is out especially on Bruce. Bubbles reached out to 2 separate law firms and they both denied him. So I think Bubbles is going to have to go to other parts of Florida. And see, that gets even more expensive because a lawyer normally gets paid between, on average, $250 to $500 an hour. When they have to drive an hour or 2 hours, guess what you have to do? You have to pay them for that time. That's $500 on the cheap way before they've even stepped into the courtroom. How far do you think $56,000 is going to go then? All right, guys, I'm going to wrap this up. I'm going to get going. This has been fun. I hope you all... there is, right here is Daniel's channel. Go check out Daniel. He does do lives midday. I normally pop in there. I've been busy here the last couple days, so I apologize, Daniel. I've been meaning to get in there. He also does really good content about computers, and he was doing something on phones, and I left him, I was talking to him about POTS phones, plain old telephone system. That's what POTS means for people who try to argue with me. Trust me, I know. But, which is a great thing. If you go to the dollar store and get an old POTS phone for your kids or grandkids, all you have to do is get 2 of them. And then you get a normal telephone line, like a really long one, cheap to get. You can get 100 feet easy. And then you splice it and you put a 9-volt battery in the middle. And they can talk phone to phone. That's how that works. And there's plenty of YouTube videos about how to do that. The minute I heard that Bone Crusher flipped, I unsubbed. Yeah. Orlando, Tampa, and Miami, average lawyer is $5.20 an hour. If I were him, I would go up into Alabama and Georgia looking for an attorney. We had a great show yesterday with special guest Karen's books. I did get the notification. I was doing something when you went live, so I will watch that this morning, Larry. That's awesome. All right, folks, I'm gonna wrap this up. I've got to get on with my day. I hope you all have enjoyed this. Wow, 172 in here. This is what sucks when, doing these short ones. I get a lot of people who jump in at the end and it's like, okay, I'm getting all these views and then I got to go. But like on YouTube, I've averaged over 50 people watching the whole stream. So I thank you all for being here. That's what happens. I hope you all have a great day today. And as always, thank you for being worth serving.
Coffee brewing as the sun peeks through the haze. Birds are chirping, serenading morning's praise. Front porch creaks as dreams fade away. America's awaking to a brand new day. Old vinyl spinning a sweet old tune. Day starts dancing under a sleeping moon. Goose print smudges on fingers of grace. America's awaking at her own steady pace. Sips of sunshine in a coffee cup. Simple moments lifting spirits up. From the mountains to the sandy shore, Morning in America, want just a little more. Neighbors waving with a friendly rise. Kids with backpacks chasing daylight skies. Eyes cooling on a windowsill so fine. America's awaking with a heart full of shine. Old vinyl spinning a sweet old tune. Day starts dancing under a sleepy moon. Newsprint smudges on fingers of grace. America's awaking at her own steady pace. Sips of sunshine in a coffee cup. Simple moments lifting spirits up. From the mountains to the sandy shore. Morning in America, want just a little more. Neighbors waving with a friendly rise. Kids with backpacks chasing daylight skies. Eyes cooling on a windowsill so fine. America's awaking with a heart full of shine. Neighbors waving with a friendly rise. Kids with backpacks chasing daylight skies. Eyes cooling on a windowsill so fine. America's awaking with a heart full of shine. Tractors rumble, fields coming alive. Big wheels turning where hopes and dreams strive. Laughter echoes down the old dirt road. America's awaking to lighten her load. America's awaking